Yeah, well, it really began with my grandma. She used to do mediumship, and she used to read the teacups. So I used to be sitting around the table learning all about that and doing that with her. And it just stuck really. I've always had a knowing, if that's the way to put it, that an intuition, and I've tuned into people and know what's happening in their world now, what's happened before, and what's likely to happen in the future. I've studied theology for about 6 or 8 years, and I studied the universe. I've really always wanted to know where we come from, what happens, where we go to. So it's been quite a journey for me for probably 20 years I've been practicing, but for a long time before that. So I suppose that I've always wanted to do it, but I did have a very busy job in the corporate world. I was a sales director for a company for many years and still do consultancy for that. And I actually do a consultancy for businesses. Sometimes if they've got decisions they want to make, they come to me and we go through a session, and then they usually take the right path. So I do both consultancy in business as well as just everyday people, everyone really, anybody and everyone who needs help. Yeah, different walks of life, different things. It just depends where they need help really. My main thing is to really heal, help, make your life a whole lot better. Or if it's business track, put you on the right track. Or I also, I also have done Reiki. So I studied Reiki, so therefore when I tune into my Reiki, when I'm tuning into people, I feel that that's a great help as well, because that's the healing side of it. Very much so. I do have guides, naturally, that help me, but mostly it's telepathy from the other side. You tune into someone, and what happens is you're then tuning into their personality and their soul, and then that reflects back to you, and things come into my mind which tell me exactly what's going on in their life. I can't just sit with a crowd of people and tell them exactly what's happening with all their lives, because otherwise that would be like putting Sky on with 80 channels all talking to me at once. So you have to tune in individually to each person and then concentrate on them, sort of soul to soul, mind to mind. That's what happens. And then you can begin to work with them. It is very rewarding. Sometimes people have sadnesses, sometimes they don't, but whatever happens, we can find an answer and a new way forward and focus on the way forward. That's the main thing. It's a consultancy, a psychic path. There's many different things that come into it, and depending who the person is that I'm talking to, that totally depends which direction it goes into. Sometimes spirit comes, but I don't profess to be a medium only. I'm not a person where souls from another world come through all the time. If they come, it's for a reason. Mainly, if they don't come, we know that they're perfectly happy and well. And if they do come, it's just because there's a reason they need to speak to that particular person in front of me. But that doesn't happen every time. It's not mediumship that I'm promoting. It's psychic powers to help you now, really, and in the future. They can find me on my website, which is www.healinghandsonyou.co.uk. They can find me at glennis.martin@yahoo.com, or they can telephone me on 07799 716 314. So there are many ways they can contact me.